What's up with everybody, man? Y'all know we back with another reaction, another banger. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Y'all know how we get down, man. If you new to the channel, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Man, let me know what y'all want to see next. Let me know, give me y'all feedback on the channel, things we could go further with, we could grow with, you know, things y'all want to see. And then hit that bell so you always notified on these weekly uploads. And if you ain't new to the channel and you always come back, thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all know how we get down. We still coming up with a name. We still coming up with a name as a collective. Don't even trip. And if y'all got any feedback, y'all want to see something different, y'all gotta holler at me. Y'all know I talk back in the comments. I try to get back as soon as possible. It'll be a few days after the upload, but I be trying to get more videos. Bear with me. But y'all, what y'all do want, again, I hear y'all. We will get to it, and we're gonna go ahead and fix that. So I got you. I got you. I'm listening. I agree with y'all. Let's go ahead and get right into it, man.
The top robotics company in Japan this week. 4 robots being developed for military applications killed 29 humans in the lab. And they did it by shooting what he called metal bullets. I didn't know there was any other kind. The scariest part is that lab workers deactivated 2 of the robots, took apart the 3rd. But the 4th robot began restoring itself and somehow connected to an orbiting satellite to download information about how to rebuild itself even more strongly than before.
What the fuck is this?
He took the words out of my mouth, bro. Didn't that sound like Megan? If y'all ain't seen Megan, I ain't trying to look. Spoiler alert. Skip forward if you don't want to hear what happened. Remember when they was like unplugging her or whatever they was doing, and she was like putting herself back together? She wasn't like turning off the second time. Remember the first time she tapped her ear or something, she distracted her and then tapped her ear and turned her off, and then the next time she caught her hand, I think. And like she picked up, like she was like understanding tendencies, things like that. Bro, that's crazy. That's why we need to stop playing with these damn robots, bro. These robots, we need to stop playing with them. I feel like we saw iRobot, how there was cars were driving themselves like Teslas, still getting one. But like, yeah, Alexa pretty much was in the movie. Siri was pretty much in the movie. Back then, they just didn't give her that name. But man, we need to stop playing with these robots, bro, because they gonna take over us and conquer us. We ain't gonna be living no more. Straight up. We worry about like aliens conquering us. We need to be worried about AI conquering us. Straight up, bro.
This is that Will Smith movie, Robots Inc. all over again.
There's also the reptilian conspiracy, most famously brought to the public attention by the British conspiracy theorist David Icke. It's become one of the most infamous and popular conspiracy theories ever, sparking numerous parodies and commentaries in the media and TV shows. To put it simply, Icke believes that an interdimensional race of reptilian entities known as Archons have hijacked the Earth and are stopping humanity from realizing our true potential. He has argued that these Archons are the same beings mentioned in many Gnostic texts that have identified themselves as demons and rulers of the 7 planets in various traditions, mostly having the ultimate goal of preventing souls from leaving the material realm. He claims that because of this, they have gone by many names throughout history, including the Anunnaki from Sumerian myth and the Watchers and Nephilim from the Book of Enoch. He argues that human sacrifice to the gods in the ancient world was actually for the reptilians' benefit, especially the sacrifice of children, because he tells us that at the moment of death by sacrifice, a form of adrenaline surges through the body, accumulating at the base of the brain, and is apparently more potent in children, something that is today reminiscent of adrenochrome. Bringing it more into the modern day, he claims that a genetically modified human Archon hybrid race of shape-shifting reptilians, known as the Babylonian Brotherhood, or the Illuminati or Freemasons to us today, manipulate global events to keep humans in constant fear, so that the Archons can feed off of the negative energy that this creates. Now, he has also claimed that the members of the secret elite are descended from reptilians coming from the Draco constellation. stated that the reptilians come not only from another planet, but also another dimension, the lower level of the fourth dimension, which he calls the astral plane, the one nearest to the... As of 2003, when his books originally brought this theory out, he said that the reptilian bloodlines include all American presidents, 3 British and 2 Canadian prime ministers, several Sumerian kings and Egyptian pharaohs, and a whole bunch of celebrities. Remember when that article went viral about how Justin Bieber supposedly turned into a giant reptile in front of everyone? Some of the most prominent bloodlines are said to include the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, various wealthy European families, and established families of the eastern United States, and the British royal family. In fact, he said in numerous interviews that he saw former British Prime Minister Ted Heath's eyes turn entirely jet black while the 2 men waited for a Sky News interview in 1989. Ultimately, the global elite make up the top of the pyramid for the reptilians in modern day.
The Great Red Spot on Jupiter.
I've heard that
about
before.
2 times as big as Earth. And Saturn is about 9 times wider than Earth. Saturn's rings are so large that a few of the fragments within them are as large as mountains.
Damn.
But that's nothing compared to our sun. Just remember, this is Earth. And this is Earth from the moon. This is Earth from Mars. Here's Earth from just behind Saturn's rings. And here's Earth from just beyond Neptune,
4 billion miles away.
but a billion's a big number. So let's put that in perspective. 1 million seconds equals about 11 and a half days, whereas 1 billion seconds equals over 31 years.
Absolute proof that Mars has pyramid.
The idea of the Earth being flat kind of just disrupts everything for me now, thinking about how space operates. I'm dead ass serious. Because if they lied so long about if you believe the Earth is flat, and they've been lying this long about Earth being a globe, and Earth being flat, and we could get to space, and they not even tell us there's a firmament up there, they really can't break through it, why would they not be lying about how long it takes to get to another planet? I'm just saying, I'm asking. I don't know, and I'm not trying to get nobody to say an answer. I don't know. I'm just asking a question because I'm curious. If they lying about one thing, why wouldn't they lie about another? Straight up. Because maybe it's quicker to get to another planet than what we think it may be, if we can get past the firmament. Like, just the question. I'm curious.
And lots of other strange stuff, baby. In the books after the Martian apocalypse and ancient aliens on Mars, the pyramids of Mars are investigated. And you know what? They found other stuff too. Here's a Martian pyramid. Here's a Martian pyramid. Here's a Martian pyramid. Don't believe these books? Well, other people have figured it out too, baby. This award-winning news article has found all sorts of structures on Mars. Not to mention, NASA admits there's structures on Mars. Structures like another sphinx, some type of structure. Another type of structure, a dancing guy, a lizard, and a helmet. Why would you need a helmet on Mars unless there's somebody already there, baby? Here's another picture of that guy hanging out on a rock on Mars. Not to mention the human face on Mars, and that this could be Mars too. There's some real stinky stuff going on with Mars. You know it, baby.
Man, I ain't know all that about Mars.
And a UFO came from outer space and landed on Earth in front of you, and somebody stepped out and told you they had technology to share with you, how would you let the generations after you know about these people? Would you carve it into a wall?
Tech Canada has developed a stealth material, quantum stealth. As long as you hide behind it, no one can see. It is as thin as a piece of paper. It can bend. It is made of double convex lens. When the lenses overlap in a certain way, they can see the light refracted from various angles to form the light at angles. Objects of any color and shape can be invisible to eyes. It is not only invisible to people, it can escape the tracking of thermal and ultraviolet emitters, make it into a shield or camouflage wall to avoid the enemy's detection perfectly. What do you want to do with such powerful material?
The M87.
If a UFO came down here right in my front yard, and I was able to have a conversation with extraterrestrials or aliens, and they want to give me technology, I don't know how exactly, because it's like a question that was thrown at me real quick. I don't know how exactly I would pass that knowledge down, but I would find some unique way to pass it down. I'm not quite sure how I would do it yet, because like I said, I never really thought about how I would pass that down. So that's a good question for me to sit on and think. So I'm not going to answer something without having a complete answer for that. Like, I want to be able to think that one. But I would want that to happen. Pull up my front yard, bro. Let's have a conversation. I'm telling you, take me where you from. I'm gonna take you to where I'm from. We gonna roll through the hood, bro. We gonna hit all the spots we need to hit. I'm gonna show you what the food spots like, bro. I'm gonna tell you what spots not to come to. If you come out here, don't go over there, bro. Don't go over there. I'm dead ass serious. But I would want to have a conversation with them. I want to break the barrier of you from there and I'm from here. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's see if we could like walk amongst each other. That's what I would say. But yeah, I know some of y'all probably run. Some of y'all be like, nah, bro, I don't want them to come by me. But I know there's more people out there who feel like I feel. So yeah.
Galaxy lies 55 million light years away in the constellation Virgo. The supermassive black hole at the center of it is a monster 6.5 billion times as massive as the sun. On April 10th, 2019, the EHT team released the first ever image of a black hole, thus revealing a bright ring-like structure with a dark central region, the black hole's shadow.
I used to think we were living in a simulation. Then I talked to some colleagues, did some more reading, and now I feel a little better that we're probably not. The argument for it was you get a real universe, and then people in there get really smart and they program computers and they create worlds. And the people in that world don't know that they're fake, right? And then they evolve and they develop computers and they create a world. And they create a world. And this goes all the way down. And so there's the real world and all the worlds that can create worlds, except the last one, which is still working on it. Eventually we'll get there. All right, throw a dart. Chances are you're going to hit a world that's simulated. That's us. But we don't know how to make an actual simulated world where everybody thinks it's real. So either we're the last of those worlds that's still working on it, or we're the first one, which is actually real. No one knows.
But if time doesn't exist, I heard time don't exist. I heard time don't exist. So if time doesn't exist and that's the case, that means we can actually make a world for ourselves if we come as a collective. If I'm thinking the way he putting it, if we the first and we actually creating the world, then all we could do is just come together as collective and make what we want it to be. But if we're the last, it's like that's where it kind of throws me off. But if time don't exist, how can you be the last or the first? What if we just stuck in the middle of this thing and it's this thing called time that we use to make it make sense? Just saying. What if we use it? What if we just? I heard we came up with time because yeah, we had to make it make sense because we were placed here on a flat surface with a glass over us, and it's like this thing called a time lapse that they placed us in. And yeah, that's what I've heard. I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I do believe it. I'm just living in this experience, and when everything's all said and done, it will all come to light for me. I'll be able to figure it all out. I'll know what was what and what wasn't. But in the meantime, I'm just here to ask questions. So it's like, yeah, if time don't exist, then we're neither the last or the first. We probably just here. But we could be the last. And if we are the last, then let's recreate it for one last time. And if we the first, then let's create it for the rest of time. Like, yeah, either way it go, we can look at it from a whole positive perspective.
Who built Borobudur? You walk up and you get to the top, and there's these small Buddhas sitting in these small stupas that look like flying saucers. And there are also Keystone Cuts. They're an unusual way of holding blocks of stone together. Temples in Egypt also have these Keystone Cuts. A historical schism that's really going on here. And it has to do with the Keystone Cuts, but also other things too, such as cranial deformation. Like Keystone Cuts is something that occurs in very diverse places all over the world. So why is it that the mainstream archaeologists and historians don't want to talk about cranial deformation? information. Well, here's why. Then you would have to somehow relate all of these cone heads with their elongated skulls from all of these places from around the world, and you would have to relate them to each other. And that is what mainstream historians do not want to do.
Phenomenon that's known. And this object has never been mentioned by NASA or any... Okay, Zoe, favorite.
Motherfucker. Fast as hell.
About space?
Going there. Going there.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen, so in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past if we wanted to keep it going.
Or maybe we never been. We all know we ain't going to no damn moon, bruh. We know that. We know that. We know that. We know that. You ain't busting out the firmament. That's why every time it look like we busting through the firmament, we not going through. It looks like it's coming right back. And it looked like when, I would say, a UFO or extraterrestrials look like they're going through, it look like they left a hole through that mug. Every time I seen it look like we leaving the firmament, like we try to bust through the firmament, it look like we come right back. It look like, y'all see it? It's like that white little cloud looking whatever. And it looked like, it just looks weird. It kind of like that first thing, the last thing we just saw when it was moving hella fast from Puerto Rico. It looked like that, but then it looked like it don't go nowhere. It looked like it's coming right back. Like it's let off like a ripple effect or something. Like we trying to go through, but it all the force field pulled it back. And it's like, yeah, rippled effect. But then like when they do it, it look like it's just like a little hole and you can see like light coming through it. It just look weird when they do it. But that's because they're able to do it. They understand what they flying through, what they navigating through. We don't. We stuck here, man. For right now, I think it's gonna take one of the melanated beings to somebody vibrating high gonna have to be able to get through that. It ain't gonna be somebody evil. It's not gonna work. But if y'all like this video, man, and y'all want more like this, go ahead and let me know that's what y'all want. Like the video, please. Subscribe if you haven't, please. And go ahead and hit that bell so you always notified. Please. I'm asking nicely. If you didn't like it, apologize. I wasted your time. But I'm sure you did. And until I see y'all in the next one, y'all be smooth. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be cool. We up out of here, man. Gone.